The teams presented here to the crowd, and plenty of noise being made by the large numbers of supporters in here sporting the colours of the Turkish team.
Well, listen to that. As soon as the word Turkey is uttered, this place explodes into life. Of course, for those of you who don't know, Azerbaijan, formerly part of the Soviet Union, but that special relationship I was talking about comes down to culture, language. It's a member of the Turkic bloc, of course, which is a special group of countries similar to the European Union we have in Europe, or Mercosur in the south of America, if you're watching from down there.
Nice touch here as the exchange of penalties takes place, that the Cannes team are passing on a little doggy bag as well to their opponents. The Turks looking slightly embarrassed that they haven't got anything to offer back in return on this occasion, but nice little exchange of gifts, and it is the skipper, Seda Tokatoglu, who takes them all in. She didn't start yesterday, and I don't think we're going to see her start again today. The club captain being replaced. But it is those Fenerbahce supporters who are making themselves heard above the stadium announcing system. But it was very interesting to see Victoria Rava immediately running back in with her players and buoying them up and trying to get them ready for this encounter, just trying to get them to block out absolutely everything. There are some rumours about possible changes in the Cannes starting six. We will see in a moment whether they come into fruition as we look at Zorka Belic and Heike Graft, the Serbian and German referees, respectively, for this final match.
Yeah, they swap roles today. Those who were second yesterday get the chance to referee the full match. So everybody fulfilling the position. Same happened with the two men who are in charge of the third and fourth place playoff earlier. Both of these referees so experienced on the international stage. We'll be seeing some of them in London at the Olympic Games coming up, as we say hello from the commentary box.
Indeed, hello there. Sorry, very slow off the mark. Just checking out as we look at the starting six. Claudinho Fabiana, Shashkova, then Logan Tom with Kim, and then Naz, the setter, and Eda Erdem in there. Kozlova, Rava, Antonijevic, Rasic, Kozlova, and Livia Samic, the starters for Cannes. So it is Fabiana of Brazil, Shashkova of Russia, Kim of South Korea, joined by Naz and Ada, both of Turkey, Logan Tom of the United States of America, and Nihan, the Turkish libero.
She's got some jumping to do to get up there to see those high fives of the middle blockers. Great thing about volleyball, it's a sport that can involve all shapes and size of body. Technical aspect is much more important than anything else.
So here come the players for Cannes. It is Tina Samic, joined by Tatiana Kozlova from Slovenia and Ukraine, respectively. Anna Antonijevic of Serbia, the setter. Victoria Rava, the naturalized French woman. Nadia Centoni of Italy. Milena Rasic of Serbia. And Paola Cartullo of Italy. And their coach, Yang Fang of China, has spent, well, since 1993 in Cannes. Jose Roberto, not as long at Fenerbahce, but he has a volleyball coaching pedigree, both with men's and women's teams, that includes gold medals at the Olympic Games for both the Brazilian men's national squad back in Barcelona and the women's coming in Beijing. It is the final you would have lent towards when you took a look at the teams coming here into the Final Four. These two teams have both only lost one match en route to this final. Fenerbahce's loss came against Rabita here in Baku in the group stages. Cannes' loss came against Turkish opposition in Istanbul. Naz to get us underway. Kozlova and Antonijevic, simple set, and Rasic through the middle. Good start.
Very nice start for the French team. Very, very good stuff. It was a float serve that, well, if you're nervous for the first point, you can make a reception error. Nothing wrong with it, though. But listen to this. Doing their best to put off the French server. All part of the game.
Well, it was against Turkish opposition in Istanbul, against a Turkish crowd, that Cannes struggled, and they were humbled by Vakifbank in the final set. 25 points to 11 they went down, and 3-love in that final set. Takes a touch on the way through from Rasic. So a side out apiece. Logan Tom was a little poor in the serve yesterday, trying to set up Rava. This is the first opportunity then. Fabiana comes in as setter as she had to yesterday, kept alive by Centoni, and Kozlova goes long.
Well, that's a good leave. Fabiano does really set well for a tall girl. She has no problem if she has to take on that setting role. We saw it on very good occasions yesterday. Naz happy to leave her to it.
And it's not only at club level that she does it, of course. She does it on the international scene as well for Brazil when she needs to. Logan Tom. She was somewhat put upon. That's a brilliant block, and Fabiana and Shashkova start so well. Now remember, they were very, very sluggish on the start yesterday.
Oh, great stuff from Fabiana. Look at that for a reach, and she's delighted as well, jumping for joy already. You think she'd won the cup? It's only 4 points down. Logan Tom's enjoying herself in these first few points.
Great get from Paolo Cardulo. Centoni. Cleverly done by the Italian.
Cardulo so important there. We saw her yesterday. She built the foundations for Cannes. Wasn't the most confident of starts. She was there though, keeping them in every single point.
Kim on the receiving end of that one, and Logan Tom through the middle. Block this time comes from Antonijevic and Rava, and we are back all square. There is no doubt about it. Fenerbahce expects, and if Cannes can weather the storm early on, then they'll increase their chances. First time we see Kim involved. Cardulo digs out, but only succeeds in sending it to the other side of the net. Shashkova is there through the defences for 4-3.
But so unpredictable, this Fenerbahce attack at the minute. Fabiana taking on a host of the setting. And look at that with all the space. Formation goes to a 1-5. An opportunity down either side. She set a bit more conventionally there. And here she is on the serve now.
Kozlova not with the greatest of returns. Cardulo had work to do. Antonijevic goes to Rava, cross court, and that will spill wide. Roberto disappointed.
And no wonder. Mix-up in communication as well between Shashkova and Naz. Nobody knew whose ball it was. Wasn't quite the husband and wife situation where it goes between you. Still provoked a domestic argument though.
Nihan underneath it, beautifully done. The set was not good though from Naz. Here's a chance. Kozlova through the defence. Logan Tom's behind it. Set back across now for Kim for the second time.
Wonderful. Look at that. Such a high set, hung in the air. It was begging to be hit there, and it had the life hit out of it by Kim. Just look at this again. That is wonderful setting. One side of the court to the other. No spin on it whatsoever. It's a delight to watch these top players when they're on their game.
It really is. And so far, both teams appear to be just that. Kozlova has to set, which is not what she would have wanted, and Centoni gets the spike away. To the back of the court, Logan Tom couldn't keep that alive.
Here we go again. Centoni feeding it through that gap in the middle. Fenerbahce the more pumped to the sides here, but Cannes have also started decently.
Shashkova through the middle.
Well, Rava very, very unhappy with the wall there, not doing its job. I think she means, well, if there's a touch, then get a proper touch on it, because she wasn't really helped out at all in the backcourt there.
Milena Rasic, the player possibly at fault. Kim with the serve. Oh, that is absolutely angelic from Antoniovic.
She's playing against the Yellow Angels, but she's stolen the title away from them. Absolutely brilliant. Look at this. First reaction was she's got it wrong there completely. Over on 2, though. No wonder she's getting booed so much, because it was so good.
And it's a good serve as well. And Nihan with the error can move into the slender lead. We saw a couple of runs on the Antoniovic serve yesterday for Can. Shashkova underneath this one. Well, there was room for Ada for the first time. Well, don't be under any illusions that this was going to be anything but a gripping encounter from the off, and both teams have started brightly. And we could well be in for an epic 5-setter. Kozlova for the first time, kept alive by Shashkova. Shashkova again, rare error, very rare error from the Russian. And at the first of our technical timeouts of this final, it is Can who lead by a nose. It's 8 points to 7.
Well, after all that pumped up start, Fenerbahce with the simplest of errors going down a point. Plenty of talking to do for Cev.Women.Final. With English the language of communication between him and the Fenerbahce players. Meantime, Fong Yan is more than a fluent French speaker.
Well, we saw these fans silenced yesterday when Fenerbahce was struggling, which is not like the fans you get in Istanbul. They just generate noise, whatever is going on. But yesterday, the Azerbaijani Fener fans were silenced at times, and especially in that first set, which they saw slip away against Kazan from what had been a very even opening. It was just from that second technical timeout that they went off the ball. After that, we saw the Turkish team produce some consummate volleyball. Kozlova serves. Good serve again. Kept alive. Kozlova underneath it. Antoniovic sets. Punched away by Samic.
Well, this is interesting. It's the first time either side has been in the lead here. 2 points. Can would be motivated today. Fenerbahce used to the big time recently. It's been a while for Can.
So saying it's still their 10th appearance as Fabiana comes round on the loop. 10th time in the final for Can, but it's 2003 the last time they won it. 2006 the last time they were in the final. In 2010 when Fener were last in the final, Ekaterina Gamova was their star player. Even she couldn't lead them to victory. Most people expect Kim to be able to do so here. Antoniovic does keep that alive. Nihan underneath it. Set by Naz. Shashkova should put it away and does.
That's a great recovery. Really, really well done. Nicely taken deep down. Nihan's control was exceptional. And Shashkova finished off well.
So both setters having some success on serve. Antoniovic sets and Chintani. Kim does well. This is a reasonable takedown, and then she comes back with the spike through the middle. And so, watching on, slightly impervious at the moment, Fang Weng, because the way things have gone for the Chinese coach, he's just seen his side lose 3 on the bounce. Could do with a simple play here. Nihan underneath it. Here's a chance for Kim. Kozlova had to go for it, she decided. 4 points in a row now.
Might have been going out this. Let's have a look. Kim rising through the middle. Ooh, most probably was squeezing out, but difficult to leave those.
Oh, that's neatly done by Semic. Twice they've had success with those deft touches over the net.
Yeah, cute play over that. Replacement's looking on. But she had two up against them. Now's a little far back on the defence.
Milena Rasic. And it's Shashkova. Kim comes back. Fabiana keeps that one alive. Now it'll be set for Shashkova.
Great hit.
Rasic unable to control the takedown. And Shashkova had started very well here. It's Logan Tom on serve. So saying eclipsed by Jordan Larson on the serving stakes yesterday in their semi-final against Dinamo Kazan. But she started very much better today. Obviously spent some time on the practice courts. And that's a superb serve.
Oh, she's shaped up to hit that beautifully. Her run up, the ball toss, everything was perfect about that. Angling into that almost impossible area to get the ball out. Husband and wife again, both of them going for it. Perfect positioning.
It's a miss hit, but it works.
She did well there. Really alert stuff from Victoria Rava. So often she carries her team, makes a quick run. I think she actually meant it. I really do think she meant to put it in the corner. Unorthodox, but as you say, it works.
Centoni serve in at Nihan, set by Naz. Shashkova again, kept alive. Here's a chance for Centoni. Great recovery from Logan Tom. Shashkova, Centoni's underneath this one. Antonijevic sets across to Samic. Brilliant rally this one. Kim to finish it. And does.
Well, Nadia Centoni so strong in that rally where she was weak yesterday. Not on her best, but it still wasn't enough. You see the Fenerbahce players delighted. We get to see the end of it. Well, just too much power applied to the ball by Kim. Nobody able to make the second touch. 3 points is a big enough gap here between two teams who are quite well matched.
You definitely feel as the bump set is going to land them in trouble. They might get away with it though. Frantic play as Roberto's going apoplectic on the sidelines, but in the end, unforced error.
She was off balance there, was Kim. Set up on the bump set there, gets it back. Well,
she's allowed the odd error.
Might more fall on Naz that, we shall see. Looking at the replay again.
Ada makes it. That was a neat play.
And deserving of all that applause that you can see. Look at this again. Very, very clever stuff. Straight from the tactics manual, that one. Cross-court run not tracked. Nobody able to block her off.
Victoria Rava is blocked there. Kozlova, that's gone long. We are at the second technical. There is a 4-point gap that is suddenly opened up for Fener here.
Well, Rava was trying to play the same play there herself, the same sort of run that we see her making quite often. This time it was a little further over to the right. And having tried to do that earlier and prior to this, allowed Fenerbahce to get the girls across and form the wall in the corner. He'll want better from his side now. They'll be happy though. Wave to those at home.
The Fenerbahce fans answering each other here. Worrying statistic for Cannes is that only once this season in the European League that they've managed to come back from being a set down. It was against Turkish opposition, however. Shashkova give him license to really go for this one. Cardulo marshals it perfectly, and Kozlova gets in there. Nihan with good work. Kim.
It's getting better and better and better for Fenerbahce. And Kim's on the mark today. In fact, not many players are off it at the minute. Great placement.
Fang Yan, I think we'll probably call a team timeout if this doesn't go for his side. Well, that looks like a bad call to me.
Let's have a look.
It's long, and there was no touch.
See what mine, Rava.
Well, Kim just set up an acres of space and time to put that one away.
Oh, she gets up so high as well, and the setting, we mentioned Naz's setting before this game, it's been perfect again. It's a fairly regulation move, but it was done with stunning accuracy and power.
Kim goes long. No, it's an ace. Well, Fang Yan again going mad. Well, that one was, again, questionable at best.
Centoni's been called here. She was the one remonstrating the most, and she's been told to calm down by Mrs. Bielic, the referee. She's very experienced. She'll use her calm words, because she knows how excited the players get in matches of such magnitude. Let's see the call again. Look long. Great take.
Really fantastic, but then let down.
Onto the antenna. Well, Kim, in having to make that, just showed what physical fitness and core strength she has.
Timeout taken by Fang Yan. It needs to be 7 points the difference. Fener closing in on this set.
Well, the songs will start for Fenerbahce. But certainly it's something you can't play when you're a little older. You might have tight hamstrings or less strength physically.
Well, the party's already started for some of those fans.
Long way to go yet, boys. Long way to go.
It is a long way to go, but there is something about this Fenerbahce performance so far tonight that has looked that much more impressive in their semi-final against Kazan. Kim to serve again. And Nadia Centoni is continuing to have words. The cries for Kim go around. This should be an easy takedown, and is.
Oh, she's on fire at the minute, is Kim. Absolutely on fire.
Well, she is a big game player, and another timeout taken.
Oh, super serve that. Marvellous effort all round, though, from the South Korean. Really played up to all the tension, the drama and the excitement surrounding this match.
8 points the difference. Roberto will just want to keep his players focused down on the sidelines. They've thus far looked on top of their game.
Oh, one more point, they'll take it on to 22, and they'll be very, very close, just 3 away from taking the first set.
Well, it's very hard to see any way back in this set for Can. They will want to finish it as confidently as possible, however, just to give themselves an opportunity of getting into the match itself. Kim takes the pace off Cardulo, brilliant to keep that alive, but Centoni, and it's an opportunity again. Shashkova to Naz, and then Ada. It is all too easy at the moment for the Turkish team. Poor judgment. Another ace from Kim. 10 points the difference. Femina coming on.
This is an absolute rout in this first set. Kim again, look at this.
Kozlova underneath it, Antonijevic, the block's there, Kardulo's behind it, Antonijevic sets again for Kozlova. Brilliantly dug out by Shashkova. Back in play from Naz, Shashkova goes for the spike. Can create a chance, Kozlova onto the antenna, and finally they bring that run to an end, but it's the damage done.
It is, and Fenerbahce still look confident. They're so strong at the net. They have Kim driving them on from behind with that serve. I mean, she hasn't been, she's been the one spiking. It's introduced just about everything that you have to do in volleyball here.
Oh, now Naz over in two to bring up set point.
Well, if we thought it was special from Antonijevic a little earlier on, look at this one again. That's a reverse poking.
Kozlova again, goes cross court, Shashkova is underneath it though. Oh, not the best of sets from Antonijevic. Kardulo keeps the point alive for a little longer, but not much longer. Fabiana with acres of space to aim at, and it's the end of the first set. 25 points to 14, an absolute rout.
Well, they're playing in yellow, it's just like watching Brazil. They are absolutely brilliant. Nothing to stop these Yellow Angels at the minute. Driven on by Kim. Fabiana's been there since the start, setting, blocking. Everybody is receiving with perfection at the minute, and there is not a single thing wrong that you can pick out of that play for Fenerbahce and say they can improve on.
And that is going to be the daunting thing for Can and their coaching staff. Because as we look back at the highlights of the set, there is very little that can actually do in order to improve. Well, the Fenerbahce fans in good voice, be they young or old, or slightly bemused. What we can see here is that it was one-way traffic in that opening set. Fenerbahce took it by 25 points to 14, and Rob Hatch, can you see any way back for Can at the moment?
Oh, let's not get carried away. I mean, that was fantastic by Fenerbahce, but so often in this game we see that a break of 2 or 3 minutes, a change in set, an inspirational team talk, change in setter maybe, or a little change in position. So many little things go to make this game so special and so unique that any little tweak from either side, be it intentional or not intentional, can dramatically change the direction of this game. Of course, Fenerbahce have started with great confidence. They started playing tremendous volleyball. 25 to 14 there. If they can copy that, it's still by no means finished. You saw it happen in the fourth place playoff. A point away from getting a match point, and Dinamo Kazan almost threw it away. So much can change here. Can will not lose hope. They've been here enough. They have the players. We'll see what happens.
Interestingly, in that first set, of the last 11 points, 9 of them won by Fener. Antonijevic to get us underway. Serves in at Nihan. Set by Naz, Fabiana. Just as they concluded the last set, they start the second.
exactly how they wanted to carry on. Talking about changes, nothing there. Fabiana's been brilliant as well. I was shut up by Kim at the minute, but she's done nothing wrong as a Brazilian.
Logan Tom into Cardulo, Antonijevic, great block.
So easy for Fener at the minute. The Yellow Canaries, as the club's called in general. These, of course, the Yellow Angels.
That's long. And some blessed relief, you'd have to say there. Naz brings Shashkova into the attack for the first time in the second set.
Great variations that Fenerbahce have. They offer so much in attack. Plenty of options for Naz. Makes your job easier as a setter. Means you can take the easiest set.
Centoni. Fabiana can't quite grapple with it.
Their Angels' wings faltered a little there. Off footing, off balance. That would have been something special to get to that.
Well, that was ropey play from Fenerbahce and taken full advantage of by Can.
The set looked a little questionable from me. Just sworn I saw a bit of spin on it there. Doesn't always indicate a double contact, but it's usually the best indicator. 3-3 then.
Well, this is very positive indeed from Can, and they're showing great character. There could be an opportunity here as well. Kim into the attack, doesn't get her spike away. Antonijevic sets across for Centoni. Good block, kept alive somehow by Samic. Rava, great work from Nihan. Shashkova touching the net there. Rava, she appealed against it.
I think she was accepting in the end. Minimal. Might even been carrying, she's been pulled up for. Referee not making it too clear. What she does want is a conversation.
Well, a conversation is what's going on between Zé Roberto and Fang Yan there on the sidelines. It was a slightly heated one.
Well, she's had some calming down. There's so much at stake here. It's easy to understand why emotions are running high. These two finally calm down. A look across from Heike Kraft. She's got her eye on Yang Fan there.
Wow, Victoria Rava having to come across and tell her coach to calm down. Oh, that's neatly done by Centoni, back to Samic, but Nihan was underneath it. Naz sets again for Shashkova. Great work from Kozlova at the back. Antonijevic keeps it alive. Samic. Kim. She goes long.
A long wait there to try and set it up. Can have certainly shown great fight here. One thing we talked about the duels before the match, I'm saying the Battle of the Liberi, quite perhaps unexpectedly today, being won by Nihan. So much stronger. Cardulo hasn't got as many balls as we thought she might do.
Don't think she's had the opportunity. There's a good block from Samic, and a 2-point advantage to Can. They had a 2-point advantage, albeit briefly, early on in set number 1. The relentless pressure put on them by the Yellow Angels that in the end lay unanswered. Kim, Naz, Ada. cries of Kim ring around the stadium here. Into Kozlova. Samic, blocked.
Oh, the block's coming to the fore from both sides now. Anything Can could do. Fener could do better at the minute, though. That's the problem.
It's Naz up there to make that one as well. She does such great work on the block, the setter.
Super leap. That.
A service from Kim.
This is where things started to go wrong in the first set for Can. A little earlier this time. It wasn't until the halfway point that things started to go wrong. That was the accelerator pedal firmly down when this lady was on service.
Centoni into the net.
Again, the serve caused the problems. Reception wasn't perfect, the set was difficult, and it was a long way behind the line to spike that. Certainly with the ball so low. All you can do there is put a big three-lady wall up, and it's hard to get through. Technical timeout, Fenerbahce in the lead this time.
Well, that's more of the shape that perhaps we had expected. Fang Yan, as ever, animated down on the sidelines. Nadia Tintoni trying to lift her players. Roberto very much calmer. He can get animated with the best of them, remember, but here he looks under control.
These guys will be hoping that control remains.
Still the Kim serve. Antonijevic. Kim reaches up to keep that in play. Shashkova, double touch. And an obvious double touch it was too.
I think everybody in the last row here could see that. Here we go. Spinning a country mile. And change direction.
Shashkova, Naz. Logan Tom this time down the line. Brilliantly worked by Samic to keep that alive, but Kozlova, plenty of pressure on her there. Logan Tom again. Cardulo gets to this one. Antonijevic sets. Kozlova.
Great take.
Kim blocked initially and then punched away by Antonijevic.
Oh, super rally that. Really, really awesome.
That was one of the top rallies of the match so far. Antonijevic with the finishing touches, but so much had preceded that. Back to an all-square ball game. Good serve. That is a fantastic set from Naz. She had no height to play with.
All focus unsurprisingly on Naz. Naz Aydemir. Ida Erdem.
Well, Naz, the youngest ever setter to win the Turkish league with 2 clubs. And on that occasion, she's frustrated because the camera was in the way. Well, they have to be somewhere.
That ball was asking a little too much anyway, I think. Cameraman's not very popular though.
Raba serves in at Shashkova. Logan Tom gets a spike away, and that's on 2 consecutive points there. Fenerbahce receiving that they haven't received well, but they've got away with it.
Interesting that even though their play might have dropped a level or 2, the point's still going for them. Great take again. What a game Nian is having.
Rasic has not been as effective, but the block from Antonijevic and Rasic on that occasion is effective. 10 points apiece. Well, it was very close at this particular juncture in the first set, and then we saw Fener pull away. That's a great spike. Well, it's not a great spike from Centoni. It's gone just wide.
Interesting. I also saw it as in up here, but no.
A good decision.
Great decision.
Logan Tom back on serve. 11-10 to Fener in the second. Kozlova got through some good work on the return. Centoni, Kim in to sort that out. Naz back to Shashkova. She took pace off it. Samic back to Antonijevic. Kozlova. Logan Tom keeps it alive, and then Naz puts it across to Kim. Brilliantly done by Kim, but even more brilliant from Naz. And the 2-point advantage is opened up by Fener again.
Well, there we are. And the fans sing again. Great to hear them in full voice.
Kozlova is blocked by Kim.
Well, this is worrying now for Cam. We're seeing a very, very similar pattern to that emerged in set one. We're about the same score. Differences start to grow. Timeout last time didn't work. We're hoping for a different effect this time. Young?
Well, you can see just what's going wrong here.
C'est Roberto. Conversation there with Logan Tom. French camp, it is very much to call on their experience now. Certainly what they need to do. Fenerbahce more gifted on paper, I don't think we've ever doubted that. Certainly the strongest side when you look at the squads of the 4 teams involved this weekend. Ola Cardullo, yet to really be brought into the match, has failed to dig when she's had to do. It's been so hard for the Fenerbahce, so strong so far.
It's an ace. Well, what a disastrous start that is post the timeout. 14-10 now. The judgment is poor from Cardullo. You have to say, Nihan is now favourite to take that Best Libero award. Logan Tom again. That is on the line again. 2 aces in a row.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. If you're a French fan, time to look away now. Even he can't look at it. Ouch.
It is following exactly the same pattern as that last set. It was a close call.
Looked marginal to me.
It's another good serve from Logan Tom, though. It's really put pressure on. Relief for Centoni as she gets her spike away. Well, they trailed 16 points to 12 at the second technical in that opening set before 9 of the next 11 points went the way of Fener. They desperately here need to try and ensure that they don't go in any worse than that, but they're going to have their work cut out. Nihan, Naz, Fabiana. The block works, so it does stand a chance of being exactly the same margin.
Fabiana getting up there. Nicely done, Rasic. Kozlova was great yesterday. Time to see her step up to the mark today, 28-year-old.
Well, there was a chance, and she makes it. Rasic springing up. Well, this is a good run for Cannes, one that they desperately needed.
Just got the adrenaline pumping again, you feel. A lot of this is always about momentum, we say quite often.
Shashkova, great takedown from Antonijevic.
Ah, dear. Dear, dear, dear. We've had some poor setting today. Granted, that was difficult. It's coming from way back court, and it needed strong arms, but she thrust the arms a little too much at it. We were hoping to see it again there. The director decided we couldn't do, unfortunately. And Young is an angry man at the minute. Wants a bit more from his team in terms of enthusiasm and energy. It's so difficult for them, though, in Fenerbahce at the top, and they're up against a player such as Kim. Reading on Twitter at the minute, all the Twitter waves going absolutely mad for Kim. Well, without doubt, even everybody posting down in Brazil who are watching us cannot see anybody else being named as MVP at the minute. Kim is so strong, and of course, well, if you think that as well, or whoever you think, get writing. Love to hear from you.
Well, I'd have to say that Kim certainly is a shoo-in at the moment, unless she has a complete meltdown and Can were to come back into this. No stranger to picking up awards at the World Grand Champions Cup over in Japan in 2007. She was the MVP. 2009, I do beg your pardon. Fabiana Kozlova, Antonijevic, Samic. It's wide.
Big point that for Fenerbahce. Just pushing things on again. Not really having to do anything. What they did do well was defend that line excellently, and nothing to hit there, nothing to aim at whatsoever.
He's only got one timeout left. Kim buys them some time. Carduno underneath it, Antonijevic. That's well played.
Much better. Fenerbahce knew they're up against it once that ball had gone high in the air. It is almost a wild card attack there. And most sides of this quality anyway should side out from that situation. Exactly what Can did. And that's the first step onto getting back on the road to getting level. 3 points down here.
They sided out as well, emphatically, which is important. Pressure put on Naz there. Wasn't the greatest takedown from Nihan, and just touched over the top from Rava. So 2 in a row for Can to close the gap to just 2.
Well, it's making things much more interesting. Young will be a bit happier with that. Okay, out of your picture, we look at the replay, still nice and animated. And he's back to his nervous arms folded pose as we wait to see what develops here.
Kim, that was long.
Referee overrules straight away. Interesting.
Very good decision here, because they've been some really iffy calls there on that baseline, and that one was long.
Oh, the line judge said it was in. Well, you can just see there, Young, exactly what he thinks of it, and making sure that the line judge sees that. That's an awful call. Well done, referee.
17-16 after protecting a 3-point advantage there. Roberto just wanting to calm everything down with his charges, because Can are coming back gamely. A very big point here on the Rasic serve. 16-17. Can trailing by just 1. Set for Shashkova. Great block by Samic and Rava.
Now then, this is where it starts to get serious for Fenerbahce. Ahead so comfortably and coasting, and the minute things don't go right for you, it's difficult to find that energy again. Can have all the momentum behind them now.
Fener needs something from Kim. They haven't got it. Antonijevic back across, sets for Centoni, who couldn't put the spike away with quite as much force as she wanted. Nor could Shashkova, though. Not a good set from Naz. Centoni.
Kim, big victor there. Kim really got her side out of trouble. Shashkova did well to recover from a bad set. But Kim's over here. One hanging arm that acts as a no entry sign.
Samic, good block. That's Naz again. How effective is she?
Well, there's your answer.
Only stands at 1.88 m tall, which is quite tall for a setter. But dwarfed in comparison to her teammates. Centoni. Somehow that's kept alive. Brilliant. Cardulo. Rava. Cardulo again. Kim's there.
What an absolute superstar. Always there to put the finishing touch. And listen to this. Kim, Kim, Kim is the chant. 20-17. They're in a hole and she digs them out.
It's a shame we couldn't see slightly earlier on in that rally, because there was some work from Shashkova at the back of the court that was quite extraordinary to keep them in the point. Nihan and Shashkova combining with just fingertip stuff, and as a consequence it is a 3-point deficit again. It's another team timeout.
Rava and Gupney have it all to do now. Fenerbahce racing through this one. Just over 45 minutes into it. It's been a cracking match so far in terms of excitement. Not so much if you're a Cannes fan, but plenty from Fenerbahce looking on.
Shashkova on serve. 20 points to 17. 5 side outs will do it. Centoni brilliantly across for the block. Centoni again. It's another single block, this time by Ada. Rava tries to finish the point on 2, doesn't, and Ada's across there, kept alive. Kim, long.
She's human after all.
Fang Yan remonstrating there. I'm just questioning, I think, a few double touches, and he's getting very angry. Centoni serve. Ada underneath it, now sets for Kim. This time Kim makes it.
Back on the mark very quickly indeed. There we go again. Not much to aim for once more.
Now guess who it is on serve. Samic, Centoni through the middle. The problem on the Kim serve is that they just don't have attacking options. They're so nervous when returning. But Antonijevic only had the one option there, really. Rava's dummy run just not bought at all. Ada makes the block.
There's no real change in tactics either. It's always 2 in the wall. One will peel off. There we go again. This time it's not quite as successful, but once more it's easy to spot. They'll start with 3, 1 to peel off. And if she usually goes down the middle, it's difficult to find any options wide either, because they're covered as well. It's excellent work tactically by Zé Roberto on the Kim serve.
And it's only just wide. Nihan. Ada. Well, we haven't seen much of her. But the outside hit coming from the Turkish international, and it puts them just 2 points away from this set. We wondered if we were going to go the distance. Now we wonder whether we're going to have anything other than straight sets victory to Fenerbahce. Ada serves. Fomina on Rava. Cross court, kept alive by Shashkova. Not quite enough on that to get it over the net.
Well, that was always asking a little too much there.
Naz. Fabiana. She concluded set number 1. She sets up 4 set points in set number 2.
Here's Naz.
All the Fener fans move onto their feet. Fomina into Antonijevic. Centoni. There's one save.
Oh, what a response out of nowhere there from Centoni. It's a bit like yesterday. She's gone quiet as Nadia Centoni. She's such an experienced player. One that's played at the highest of levels.
Pressure on Antonijevic. Shashkova underneath it. Now sits back to Shashkova. The Russian goes down the line. Antonijevic keeps it alive. That's push wide, but gets a touch.
Well, certainly nothing wrong with that as far as Can's concerned.
Fomina with the work there. And usually a libero by trade. She's in there to make the touch. Kim. It is all over. The set sealed. It's more competitive. Just 3 points separating the two teams. But Fenerbahce now 1 set away from victory in the 2012 Champions League.
Well, they will be delighted with what they've seen. Let's not see any premature celebrations yet like we saw in the third and fourth place playoff. Didn't quite work for Kazan on that occasion, but these boys and girls are having a lovely time in Baku, the capital of Azerbaijan here. (25-14, 25-22). Fenerbahce dominating.
Well, 22 really will be an important figure for Can to have got to in that set, because they were pasted in the first one, just 14 points, but still, it's the big points that Fener are playing so well.
Be that as it may, they lost the opening 2 sets. Fenerbahce with a marvellous start here. They're hoping to carry it on.
So the scene set for Fenerbahce to continue Turkish honours in the Champions League. It was Vakifbank last year. Can knocked out Vakifbank on their way through to this year's Final Four. And we take a look there at the statistics. More blocks for Fenerbahce, equal on errors, and slightly more attacks for Can. But those 3 aces, they proved to be very vital indeed in the end. And there were 2 in a row from Logan Tom in that set.
Well, Fenerbahce, perfect tactical a minute. Very, very good. Stopping those quick balls that Can are sending over. And that's the Can strong point.
Naz to get us underway then in the third set. Will it be the final set? Antonijevic sets for Centoni. Good start from the Italian international. 5th season with Can for Nadia Centoni. She's played the rest of her career in her homeland for Agita Novara, Minetti and Focus Vicenza and Padova. 5 French Cups, 4 French Championships, closing in on a 5th. Best spiker at the Champions League a few years ago. 2 years ago, in fact, the last time Can were in the competition, and they have a good start there as the block goes out, and they have 2 points in a row. And that goes wide, so it's 3 in a row. And there Roberto looks on slightly concerned. A really good start this from Can. Brasic on serve again, and Nihan with one of her poorest touches of the day. Oh, great play from Kim. Naz sets to Shashkova. Brilliant, quite brilliant.
Well, Kim yet again proving herself to be the top player in this tournament. If it's not spiking, attacking, she's done it defensively there and setting up for the top setter, Naz. We've said it all weekend long.
Well, I'd be very surprised if Kim was not both MVP and probably the top scorer in this tournament. Big serve from Logan Tom, trying to get Fener back on their way here. They have a chance. Shashkova, good block. Kim's there again, though. Naz will set back for Kim. Wasn't the best of sets, but Kim just made it look good. And those two have complemented each other again and again and again. Massive serve, Cardulo does well. Oh, that's neatly done at the net.
Well, Cardulo brilliantly down to that again.
And she has been perhaps not at her best today, but coming into her own as the set wears on. Quite brilliant yesterday.
So often voted the top libero in competitions.
And very recently voted the top libero at the last World Championships, the Olympic Games as well. Kim, good reactions from Samic. She'll get another attempt here. Shashkova keeps it alive. Logan Tom sits for Kim. Cardulo underneath it again. Brilliant play from the libero. Rava, but the block is good from Fabiana.
Brilliant stuff. Again, Fenerbahce still strong on those tactics. Didn't worry when they went 3 down here. And the Erdem has led them well as well. 3-4.
Oh, over in 2. Antonijevic. Well, how important is it that Can get into this first technical timeout with a 2-point lead minimum? You feel it could really change the complexion of this set. Beautifully done. And celebrations all round as Naz tees up yet another put away for Ada.
Fenerbahce fans a little more calm at the minute, but their side's still not playing bad. Can out of the blocks quickly, but back to 5-4.
Shashkova, Cardulo, brilliant. Not the best of sets, though, on this occasion from Antonijevic, and the chance goes back to Fener. Kim's there, and how often do we say it? Naz to Kim, point Fenerbahce.
Oh, what a connection those two have. Award-winning stuff, really. Certainly, if they manage to drive their team onto the gold medal.
Brilliant serve again from Shashkova. Cardulo underneath it, and Kozlova blocked out.
This time the hand's not being perfect. Of course, Dinamo Kazan with the top blocking this weekend.
Yeah, they really put Fener under pressure in the first 3 sets of their encounter last night. Kim, she makes it look so easy. Antonijevic comes to protest there, and they're claiming that there was no touch, and interestingly enough, well, the referee on the near side admitting that it was a mistake. Fang Yan having words. As a consequence, it's Can's point. 7-5 can rather give them another point here. Just getting the scoreboard right. It's taking its time out there to get the scoreboard right.
He's not a happy man. Oh, he's called them from high heaven today. Every single name under the sun.
Kim underneath this one. Now sets back to the Korean. She goes down the line. It's too good. Rava's furious with herself.
After getting yourself in such a good position, it's a crime to give that away there. Fenerbahce for once under pressure and cannot kick on at the minute.
They cannot afford for Kim to have a good run on serve.
Oh, great block. Wow.
Well, I tell you what, she's been the best setter in this tournament by a long way, but Naz could well win best blocker with the amount that she's come up with this evening.
Has to be destined for at least one award. Come on.
Kim brings it back to 7 points apiece. And then fouls with the serve. So advantage Can as they come in. They were in the lead at the first set. 8 points to 7 at this juncture. They want them to lose it 25 points to 14. They will hope that that is not a sign of things to come.
Now time for this man to calm down instead of criticising the officials team, to get it right for his team. At least they're playing for him. And of course there has to be the utmost respect for this man for what he's achieved in the game. 2 decades, nigh on 2 decades in the same job. I mean, it doesn't happen in many jobs, certainly not in coaching in sports at the top level.
The fascinating thing is when he took over at Cannes, they didn't have a great history in volleyball. And he has propelled them to superstardom. 17 out of the last 18 league titles have gone the way of Cannes, and they could well add to that this year. And it's all under the tutelage of Fang Yan. Excellent serve. Ada goes cross court and makes it.
Well, back to 8 apiece. Can will be kicking themselves if Fenerbahce go on in this set now to win it 3-0. They've had their chance here, had their chance to carry it through. Fener recovering from their little down spell, and here they are again that level. Neither of them is just 25. Good serving again. Oh, well. Well, the Fenerbahce players can't quite believe here. What's happened? Point going against them.
Roberto's demonstrating.
Well, it was amazing. Even the Chinese coach of Cannes is saying, how did you not see that touch? And it goes against his own side. And the Cannes players all lining up to receive the ball again. That was an obvious touch down the middle.
Strange. That is long by a very long way. No touch on the way through. Now, they need to concentrate here, Cannes, and not allow Fenerbahce to start to run away.
Danger moment in the match.
Cardulo. Oh, great takedown from Shashkova, now set across for Logan Tom. Shashkova's there again. Now Kim. Logan Tom tried to just dink it over the defence, failed to do so. Tintoni, touch of the net. Point goes Fener's way. It's got to be a team timeout taken surely now.
There goes the buzzer.
Yes.
There goes the buzzer. Here we go. And that's a bad net touch. That's not an unlucky error. That is very, very clumsy from Can. Nothing going for them. Really feel for them now, having got hit. Fenerbahce steamrolling them today.
Well, we did feel it could happen. One wonders, one really wonders how much of a miss is Anja Spasijevic. Injured in the French Cup final, won by Can, of course. But it does give a real frailty to their squad. They've got Alexandra Fomina on at the moment, the 36-year-old veteran from Ukraine, in his second spell with the club. 7 seasons into that second spell, but she's been with them so many times that she's won both Champions League titles back in 2002 and 2003, and probably looking to her experience here to try and guide them back into this contest. Rasic doing enough.
Well, enough is good enough at the minute. They need anything they can get here, Can. Need to hold on to it and then try and build somehow. Wait for a Fenerbahce low point.
There just haven't been any, really.
Well, they had that chance a few points ago. Didn't really build on it, though. Got their couple of points advantage, 3 up at one stage. Fenerbahce were allowed straight back in it.
Another Ukrainian, Kozlova, on serve. Nihan, Naz, Fabiana.
Great save by Naz. Nihan got there, but the control wasn't there. Apologises to have said it. Well, Fabiana had the easiest task. Good quick run around, makes an angle for herself and finds the floor.
Cantoni. That's a powerful spike cross court. They need to ensure that it doesn't get out to more than just the 2-point advantage.
What's good here from Can? They're siding out again. They're playing better volleyball. Need to refine those positive emotions.
Set back for Shashkova. Did it get a touch? The answer's no, and it's long.
12-12 then. The character at least has been here from Can this time. Come back from down a couple of occasions now. Fenerbahce at least having to live with being pegged back.
Naz. That's going to go wide from Kozlova. Just nothing they can do about it.
Just winding up that right arm and letting it go. Power. Pure power, that. No chance.
Logan Tom. It's an ace again from Tom, her third of this final. And is that a crucial one? 14-12 now the lead. Well, if she was to produce 2 more, I feel it would be a very hard position to come back. Kozlova. Samic blocked well, but blocked out.
Fenerbahce still on their way to their first Champions League title at the minute. Spasijevic has not been up to the same setting standard as Naz. That's one of the basic duels that's been won.
Good serve. Naz, Kim. That's a good takedown this time. Cardulo with the bump set for Samic. Nihan with the reply. Naz back to Kim again. Delicate from her. And delicately perfect.
Oh, that had her class stamped all over the move. Absolutely brilliant. Has to be the MVP. Has to be. Whatever happens in this game now, unless something truly miraculous comes from the Can ranks. The performance to yesterday and today, I mean, even the players who aren't involved acting as cheerleaders now, they can't wait to get the gold medals around the necks. Different story for those not involved for Can.
10 points.
They could be out there.
10 points all that's needed. Fabiana. Antonijevic sets to Samic. She goes for the delicate touch, and this works for the French team. So stays close. Not a foregone conclusion that Fener are going to win this set. They need to retain their focus. They've only had one timeout taken by either coach. That one was taken by Fang Yan. 11-8 at the time to Fenerbahce. Second technical is arrived at thanks to yet another Kim spike. It's 16 points to 14. They've turned around a 1-point deficit at the first technical to open up a 2-point lead. It's 9 side-outs, all that separates the Turkish team from their first ever Champions League success.
Oh, it's been quite marvellous. I expected Fenerbahce to be the strongest team today. I'm sure many of you at home would have had the same feeling. So all of these guys cheering on their side. However, quite as strong, well, I'm not so sure. Can have disappointed, but again, they've not really been allowed to play.
We are inside the final 10 seconds then of what could be the final technical timeout of this final. Can need to turn this around.
Fenerbahce fans already singing Champions of Europe.
Serve is wide from Shashkova. Is it a little too early for them to start singing that?
If Can needed any motivation, there you have. Quite clear. Very quickly and easy to say, well, look, let's stop them singing it. Let's make them look silly.
Ada, Naz. It's another very simple and clinical point from Fenerbahce. And it's Kim on serve. Samic took the pace off it, and Kim comes through the middle.
As soon as you mention a name, there's only one result. Every single time. She's been so good coming from that back row today. I mean, she's been good at everything, but let's pick out that in particular.
She's serving like an absolute exocet as well. Ada makes it down the line. It's got to be a team timeout taken, surely. Centoni being called back into the action. There is one team timeout left for the French. They now trail by 4. 6 points is all that's needed by Fenerbahce to close out this European title. And now, as the fans start to sing that they are champions of Europe already, you sort of believe them. Great work from Kim. Logan Tom. That was poor from the American. However, Can once again, as they did in both the first and the second sets, need a decent run on serve to stand a chance. And it's something that they haven't really had, and it's hard to see where it's going to come from as well. Might get a chance here. They take that first one with Rasic.
That's really...
Second sets need a decent run on serve to stand a chance. And it's something that they haven't really had, and it's hard to see where it's going to come from as well. Might get a chance here. They take that first one with Rasic.
That's really, really well taken by Rasic. It was a big reach, that. Not altogether too easy to put away. Had the right angle, but executed it very well.
Ada. They've used them more frequently. Substitution. Fabiana coming back in for Nihan. 20 points to 17. They won the last set by the virtue of 3 points, and they currently hold a 3-point lead with Ada on serve. And pressure now on Can as Cardullo has little other option. It's Fabiana. It's a 4-point gap.
It's a combination we've seen so many times today. Whether it be Fabiana or Kim, just coming around that far side, sit behind her, and it's opened up the gap well. Something usually that Victoria Rava does so well in combination with her setter, but Vasiljevic has not been on the money at all today, I have to say. Not the only difference between the sides, I have to say.
Antonijevic really has struggled. And as a consequence, it is the Fener fans in full voice here in Baku as they prepare for what will be back-to-back titles for Turkey. A nation that has for so long boasted a proud women's volleyball heritage. It seemed unbelievable that they'd never picked up the title before, but they've been going from strength to strength. Fener runners-up in 2010, Vakif Bank champions last year. Fener about to become champions this time out, and an ace serve from Eda puts them a step closer to it. And it's sad to see, but this is really a capitulation by Can.
It is. Not how we wanted the final to be decided, but certainly difficult to take any of the glory away from Fenerbahce. They've been excellent today.
Cardullo will have to try and set that for Centoni. Can't. As a consequence, here's a good chance for Fabiana again. Samic gets behind this one. Antonijevic sets to Kozlova. Somehow the takedown from Eda, but well, yet again Kim demonstrates her humanity. She is not some volleyball deity at all. Well, not yet anyway.
Well, Ada was fantastic in there. Such a shame for her that the point wasn't taken, because it was brilliantly executed.
Jurakovic coming on for Kozlova. 4 points the difference between the teams, 3 points, all that is needed by Fenerbahce to become Champions League champions in 2012. Jurakovic in at Shashkova. Naz sits back for Logan Tom. Cardullo flying across to make that one. Samic after the block. Shashkova sets again for Naz. Kim through the middle. Brilliantly dug out by Jurakovic. Samic. Shashkova again. Naz to Fabiana.
The cheers is getting louder and louder and louder with each point that passes now. Even the VIPs are on their feet.
While most of them are bedecked in Fener colours. Naz serves. Cardullo underneath it. Antonijevic. Centoni. Brilliant recovery there for Logan Tom to keep it alive. Centoni again. It is on the line. Serve again. Shashkova underneath it. Naz sets for Kim through the middle. And that brings up championship point. Naz, Nihan look to get the Turkish supporters going. They need no encouragement. Fenerbahce on the cusp of history here. Logan Tom serves. Antonijevic, Rava blocked into the net.
A few premature celebrations around us.
But now, on the Centoni serve, a further 4 championship points. Nihan underneath it. Naz sets for Kim. Brilliant dig from Samic to keep it alive. She's back on her feet to try and put this one away. Kim's there. They set this time for Shashkova down the line. Dug out, tipped over the net by Samic. Fabiana sets for Kim. This time it's good. And what a fitting way for Fenerbahce to succeed in bringing home the Champions League for the first time in their history. It is their star player, an undoubted MVP for this tournament, and an undoubted MVP for many years to come. Kim of South Korea with another outstanding spike down the line, and it is 3-love to Fenerbahce against Cannes, and fully deserving of picking up this title, Rob.
Well, what a wonderful final we've seen in terms of entertainment and excitement. It has been pretty one-sided, we have to say. Yes, Cannes can consider themselves unlucky to have not brought their A game to the final, really. If they had, we still think perhaps that Fenerbahce might have just edged it, because they were so strong. They have the strength in depth, they had the best setter, they had the best spiker, and most likely in Kim they've had the MVP of the whole thing.
Well, the extraordinary thing for this team is that